So I gotta ask the question, what do Millennials and Gen Z have to look forward to exactly in 2025? Like seriously, no, I really want to know, what do Millennials and Gen Z have to look forward to as far as our future goes? You see, Millennials, let's start off with the Millennials. Millennials were told since a very young age by our baby boomer parents that, and by our teachers, by the school system, by pretty much everyone we've ever known in our life, that if you just work hard enough, if you just sacrifice your time, if you just focus in school, if you just pay attention, if you just apply yourself every single day, if you go into that job and you give the boss or the manager or whoever a firm handshake and you look them dead in the eyes and you give them a smile and you're dressed sharp and you're dressed nice and everything's cool and you're looking good and you have all your ducks in a row and everything, or at least you present yourself to your potential employer or your potential person you're interviewing for, that you have all your ducks in a row, everything's good. You're gonna get that job. You graduate high school, you graduate college or whatever, you get university, whatever college or university you go to, you get that job and you're straight, you're set. You get the job, you get the nice income, you get the job security, you get the family, the house, the wife, the car, you get everything. You get the American dream, right? That's what they've always said. That's what everybody's been fighting for, right? Since the real American dream died in around the 50s. But that's what everybody's been fighting for decades now, is the American dream. Millennials were sold this lie that if we just did all these things that, we would have it. We would have it all. We would be balling. We would be in the zone. And Gen Z were then told by Generation X, or maybe they had a very late baby boomer parent, that they would also, all they had to do was just go to college and apply themselves and do this and do that. And work hard and just know that there's a light at the end of the tunnel, because that's what so many of the Generation X people like to say is, don't worry guys, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, like everything will be fine, you just need to get through that, you just need to get through the light at the end of the tunnel and everything's going to be fine, everything's going to be great, and you'll get everything you need and you'll live the American dream and you'll live life nice and happy and blah 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 blah. So that's what we did. That's what we did. We went to college. We worked hard in these jobs. We sacrificed our time, our energy, relationships, friendships, etc. to build that life, or to supposedly build that life that we thought we were going to build. Then what happened? What happened, guys? What happened in the end of 2019 to 2020? What was that big event called? It starts with a C. It starts with a C and ends with a 19, the number 19. What happened? COVID happened, right? COVID happened. Everything went to complete shit. The economy went to shit, started going to shit. Price of everything started rising. Nobody was allowed to go outside. Martial law was pretty much in effect. Nobody was allowed to go anywhere, do anything without a mask, right? You needed permission to go to work. A lot of us weren't allowed to go outside. Had to stay 6 feet away from everybody, like we were prisoners, lined up in a fucking prison yard. It was like something out of the movie Contagion. I don't know if you guys ever saw the movie Contagion from 2011. But I saw Contagion. I saw that movie. before all the shit hit the fan. I saw that movie Contagion before even COVID happened. I saw it. And at the end of the movie, I was just like, man, good thing that that's not reality. Good thing none of that is ever going to happen ever in my lifetime. Good thing that's not reality. Good thing there are no lockdowns. Good thing there are no people in hazmat suits, putting up a thermometer to everybody's forehead, making sure they're not too high, making sure their temperature's not too high. I was thinking, good thing that's not me. Good thing that's never going to happen. And then lo and behold, what I thought was impossible happened. The impossible was possible all of a sudden. Now all of a sudden, everybody's chaining up their doors. Now all of a sudden, people need permission slips to work. Now all of a sudden, we can't go outside without wearing a mask. Now all of a sudden, we get cut from our jobs because of COVID, because we have COVID-19. We're told to stay home, yet we're not getting any additional pay for it. We're told to, once we enter to work, we gotta all get our temperatures checked. We gotta do this, we gotta do that. We gotta wear all these masks. We gotta stay 6 feet away from each other. We got to answer all these questions and all this bullshit. And now we got jobs asking whether or not we've been vaccinated, right? Got jobs asking whether or not we've been vaccinated, which determines whether or not we can get the job in the first place or even get an interview for the job, right? We're told that we got to get this vaccine for this strain that comes out. Then we got to get the vaccine for the Delta virus. Then we got to get the vaccine from the Omicron. Then we got to get the vaccine for this and that and this and that. And then we got to get the booster shots every 2-3 months. Right, guys? You remember that? Remember the booster shots that were telling us to get every 2-3 months? Remember all the vaccines that they were telling us to get? Do you remember how we were told that we had to get a new vaccine and a new booster shot for every single strain that they came? I think, how many strains did they have, guys? Like 4? Had like 4 strains, right? Or am I wrong? Yet we were told during COVID we were essential. So there's something positive that did come out of COVID. We were, for a certain point, we were treated as essential. At least so we thought, right? We were given pay increases. At least I was at my job. I went from 16 to 18.50 an hour for a good 6 months. All of us did. When I was working at the Medline, we were given better benefits. We were treated kinder. We were told that we were essential. Some of us were even told that we were heroes, that we were saving lives. So it felt good for a time. Felt good for a time to be treated like that. Right? Felt good. And I know a lot of you can relate with that. How great it felt to finally be recognized, or so you thought, by your employer. Because for some of us, that was the first time we've ever been recognized. I know it was for me. Then what happened? Soon as the COVID virus wasn't so bad, wasn't so prevalent, then the mask came off, right? Then we were told it was all right to go outside, this and that. And then what else happened? We started losing our jobs. Layoffs started happening. We got our pay increases cut, right? Some of us got $2 or $3 pay increases. We got that pay cut. Overtime. There's no more. And now what we're left is, employees once had the power because we were needed. So we were saying we were named essential workers. But we were only essential for the moment, as we would find out. Because now what's happening is we live in a post-dystopian COVID-19 era where the employers are back in control again. They have complete 100% of control of our lives. From the days that we work, to the wages we make, to the benefits we have. And the jobs are very few. There are almost no jobs anymore. Not that I can find. I don't know how many of you have applied to as many jobs as I did. As I have, hundreds. Hundreds of jobs I've applied to. None of them get back to you. And the few that do, ghost you once you show any interest. At least in my experience. So no, Millennials and Gen Z don't care about your shitty job. We don't care about your family. In fact, fuck your family. We don't care if the corporation doesn't meet their goal, or doesn't get their bonus, or doesn't make their quota. We don't care. We don't care if the employer needs more people, or if the employer needs people coming on their day off. We don't care. Because when push comes to shove, when we need help, when we need better wages, when we need better benefits, when we need more time off, when we think the employer is going to care about us in our time of need, they don't. But when the shoe's on the other foot, when a health crisis, a health catastrophe like COVID-19 happens, all of a sudden we're essential. All of a sudden we're needed. So millennials have said, fuck this. They've seen the writing on the wall. And Gen Z have said, fuck this. And they're giving a double finger to all these employees. They have been giving a double finger to all these employees. Millennials and Gen Z are doing their own thing. They're trying to make money online. Some of them, they're going the digital nomad route, and they're going to other countries to live. Some Gen Z are going into the trades to learn a trade, and then venture out onto their own once they have enough experience. So to all you employers out there who are listening to this, Millennials and Gen Z, we don't want your shitty job anymore. So that's the end of the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed my opinion, my explanation as to why Gen Z and Millennials don't want to work anymore. Why Gen Z and Millennials don't want these shitty jobs from these shitty employers. Hope you liked the video, guys. I'm going to end it there. Leave a like if you like this video. Put a comment down below. And as always, guys, until the next video, take care.